Hello everybody. We have something you're not going to believe today. We're doing cookie dough. And you're going to be like, oh, what? Cookie dough? This isn't in your healthy plan. But it is because I like sweet stuff too. Don't let it, you think I'm all healthy, but I do like my sweet stuff also. I'm pretty much an addict, or used to be an addict when it came to sugary stuff. So I had to cut it out completely because if not, I would just keep eating it. So I've found ways to modify things, and what I am going to do today is we are going to make cookie dough out of chickpeas. Okay, I didn't tell you that in the post leading up to this because I was afraid you would be like, ew, I don't want to see that, but trust me. So we have chickpeas, we have peanut butter, we have some maple syrup and vanilla, and then we have dark chocolate for our chocolate chips part of this. So you can use, there's things like cocoa nibs that you can use. I don't know, I don't like the flavor of cocoa nibs like I do the dark chocolate. So, and here's something that you're going to love to hear, is that dark chocolate, if it's 70% or above, it is very, very healthy for you. And there's actually a lot of studies that show that it helps you with your menstrual cycles. So if you have a lot of like PMS, you've got cramping, you just don't do well with that, your menstrual cycles, try doing some dark chocolate because you get that feel good that you're eating your chocolate. Plus it has lots of antioxidants in it, and it has some vitamins in there that also helps you with menstrual cycles. So how about that for a win? I'm telling you to have your chocolate, and now I'm going to put it with some cookie doughs. So I guess I should ask, has everybody had a good week? Sorry, I just jumped right into it today because I love this stuff so much. I can't wait to eat it. So, like I said, the chickpeas, and this is like so easy. So now we're going to do this. The chickpeas, they have phytoestrogens in those. We talked about that on our last episode, especially if you're starting going into like your menopausal, perimenopausal years, and you need to balance out your estrogen a little bit more, and you don't want to take an estrogen supplement. We've got things like these. And if they're phytoestrogens, that means they came from plants, and they, even though controversial, are not bad for you. So we've got our chickpeas. We're going to put in our maple syrup. This is pure maple syrup, okay? This is not some imitation kind, because if we're going to do stuff and use it for sweetening and healthier, you want to make sure that you're using pure products. If you don't do like maple syrup, if you wanted to use like something else for sweetening, you can use dates. The only thing is that if you use a date, which is an actual fruit, you would have to thin that down just a little bit more. You may have to use a little bit more of the broth that comes with the chickpeas because it wouldn't have the same consistency as what the maple syrup does. And then we have half a teaspoon of vanilla. You can thank Princess for measuring stuff because I don't. Then we have a half a cup of peanut butter. I'm going to put in here. When I found this recipe, I was like, there's no way that tastes any good. But of course, like I said, I had to try it, and it is amazing. And the first time that I made it, I ate the whole bowl, and I was a little nauseous, but it was so good. Okay, so on our dark chocolate, like I said, we need to do our 90% cocoa. I'm not going to put this in the blender just yet because it'll make it like, there's one of your cooking tip for you. Don't put your chocolate or chips or whatever in there right now, because if you do, it's just going to blend it up and it's all going to look like chocolate mush instead of, watch me make a mess. It's just going to look like chocolate mush. So yeah, I'm making a mess. There's other ways to do this. You could actually put it into a plastic bag so you didn't make a mess, and then just kind of like hammer that plastic bag with whatever you have in your kitchen. I'm laughing at myself because if it's me, I'll take anything. I'll take a can from the chickpeas and beat the tar out of the bag until it smushes it all up. Anyway, so this is how you'll get your chocolate chips and all of your good nutrition. And we're going to fold this in after we blend up our stuff. So does anybody have any questions for me this week from any of the other stuff that we have done, or just any questions in general all about our wonderful hormones, balancing our food intake? I know you guys are always quiet. it is October, so we are into fall now. Like it or not, I'm sure some of you love fall. And yes, don't worry, I'll have some pumpkin something for you fall lovers. That won't be till next month though, because I usually do that more around Thanksgiving time. Okay, well there's our chocolate chip chunks that are healthy for us. I'm gonna put this on here. It's gonna get loud for a second, so no, I'm not gonna talk. Don't know that I know how to use this. Oh. Princess tricked me on that one. She didn't push the button. I think that's good. It doesn't take a whole lot. You just want to make sure that the chickpeas are all blended up. So, and I try not to over blend it, because if you do, that's when you get it all clumped up in the bottom and it gets all gross. Okay, so this is just like cookie dough. Now you will put this in the refrigerator after you make it, so it does stiffen up a little bit. One of the things that you can also do is you can add some cocoa powder in there. Because if you put the pure cocoa powder in there, it's more like a brownie type mix. I tried that and it was too much for me. I don't like a whole lot of chocolate, so the brownie was just a little too much. All right. There's our dough. Put our chip chocolate in there.
What are the nutrition benefits of the dark chocolate?
Antioxidants. So they are actually, and there's the vitamins in there that helps to prevent your cramps, your contractions in the uterus, and balance out the hormones a little bit. But the antioxidants, those are the ones that help to fight off cancer and fight off all the bad guys. So there we go. Look at that. That is our chocolate chip cookie dough made from chickpeas. And so if you like cookie dough, you have got to try this and please tell me what you think of it, because you're going to be just as surprised as I was. I mean, I'm going to try not to eat this entire bowl today. Something else that you could do with this, because this right here is gluten-free also. So there's no gluten, no dairy. It's really good for almost anybody who wants to eat it. The sugar content is only from the maple syrup that we put in there. So it's very, very low in carbohydrate content. Very high in fiber because of the chickpeas. And the fiber is another thing that helps to balance out those estrogen levels for us. And so, you know, when you put this all together, this is the best thing you can eat for PMS. But yeah, tell me if you sit and end up eating this in front of the television. I cannot wait to hear the responses to all the people who've tried this. And don't forget, before I forget, the cookbook is out, Health Interventions in Nutrition. It is not the cookbook that is specific to hormones. That's the one that I'm writing currently. But the Health Interventions in Nutrition cookbook that is out now, you can find it on Amazon. It is the revamping of a lot of your old favorites and some new stuff that has lots and lots of flavor. Cut out the saturated fat. Yes, there's meat recipes in there, guys. The new book that I'm working on that should be hopefully released this month. If not, it's going to be early in November, so it'll make a great Christmas gift for somebody. Is going to be The Truth About Cancer, the Hormone Connection. So it has in it tons of stuff. It's got what the hormones are, how they play a role in inflammation, how they make you gain weight, how they cause PMS, PCOS. So it's a lot about hormones, hormone imbalances. And then it also talks about how those hormones and the hormone imbalances are increasing your risk for cancer and how you can start to balance that out. There's a whole section on nutrition. So it's eating for cancer, eating for hormones, There's gonna be meal planning in there, lots of new different recipes in there, about herbs. It tells you all about it. So there's lots and lots of information in it. And so I'm like editing, re-editing, because I want to make sure that it's absolutely perfect. And so that's why I'm saying should be out in October, but it may take just a little bit longer than that because of some of the edits and because I keep adding recipes in there. I can't help myself. I love to eat, and I love to show you guys how to eat really healthy things. And a lot of the stuff that I can't really do here on our show, or whatever you want to call this, or whatever we call this thing, that I can't put on here because it takes too long to actually make it and to do it feasible into these little segments that we do, will be in this book. And it's going to tell you why you want to eat them, what's good about them, how you can modify them a little bit. So like lots and lots of good information in it. Super excited about it. So keep watching these. Make sure you share these. Make sure that you like the Facebook pages and you share that with your friends so they can benefit from all this stuff also. And you know, if you have any questions, just comment on there. I'm going to comment back. I'm going to answer questions. If you need your hormones checked, you can find me marciajonesnp.com. That's our online for people who are not local. If you're local and you need a hormone check, even if it's a second opinion, because you have things like PCOS, PMDD, PMS, like whatever the P's are that are all around your estrogen imbalance, you can schedule with me here at Spring Valley Family Care because we take care of that also. Do lots and lots of different things here. So that's what I'm doing this for, is for your health, to help you to make better choices and to get the real information and not just depending on things like fads and doctor. Any other questions before we go? Because you know me, I talk too much, but please give this a try and let me know what you think of it. Bye.